Oh, and Rayo, we're not doing video today, correct? Only audio? Um, let's hold off on video. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Run it. Let's run it. Yeah, we'll run it. Holy shit. Fuck, I got 2 minutes then. I got to change.
There's a time when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop. And you've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.
Everyone who's listed as a COVID death doesn't mean that that was the cause of the death.
All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being, God damn it! My life has value! My life has value! My life has value! Go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore! I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore! I'm not going to take this anymore! I'm not going to take this anymore! We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're done taking their bullshit. Welcome back to Anarchy Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Big shout out to Big Shano over there at PAZNIA, running the PAZNIA Radio Network. It's a pleasure to be back home with you guys. It's been a while, but it is the long-awaited return of DJ Fenix here on the PAZNIA Radio Network with some Anarchy Radio. Hope you guys are excited. I know I am. I got an awesome show planned for you guys. Tonight, it's going to be a lot of great music from some of the best liberty-oriented and self-liberation oriented artists, from Jordan Page, Elias Clay, Presence, Joe Murray, Diesel Automatic. Like, we got the whole 9 yards. And the best part is, guys, if you want to hear something, we got chat rooms. Yo, we got chat rooms. I'm telling you,
Shane, he hooked it up. We're streaming on multiple platforms. We have, I know it's not zap.com. Shane's going to tell me what it is in the production room, but we are over on Rumble. We are on YouTube at Liberty Under Attack. I'm sorry, yeah, just Liberty Under Attack, not Liberty Under Attack Publications. I'm so used to just saying Liberty Under Attack Publications, but we're on multiple platforms from Rumble, YouTube. Sometimes we're going to be on Twitch. We've got this Zap platform, which is escaping my brain now because I'm a fucking stoner and I forgot, but I'll get it to you guys here soon. If we're lucky, we may have an awesome interview with the Dagalicious, a good friend of mine, his personal buddy. He's a fucking total statist. He's the total statist. He is a fucking Trump dick riding Republican, but I love him. He's my buddy in real life. He's awesome. And what we're going to be doing is conducting the first, well, not the first ever, but the first broadcast good faith debate, good faith actor, good faith debate. I don't fucking know what the goddamn name's gonna be. I think it's gonna be good faith debate, where we're gonna have a good 15-20 minute conversation about a pretty hot topic. I told him let's talk about Trump federalizing DC, see how he feels about that. We're gonna have this conversation, and it's not gonna be this bullshit back and forth. It's gonna be the winner is the person who argues in best good faith. It's not about scoring points. It's not about getting those hot one take one liners. It's really going to be about who can really try to understand your opponent better. And we've gone back and forth throughout the years. I've done spots on his show in the past, but and he's going to be doing a lot of spots with us. So I hope you guys are going to like it. All of the platforms, good shout out to Rayo. Hey, we've got Zap.stream, but it's not working again. Motherfuckers are down. We're getting droned. Call your congressman because those bitches, maybe they can do something. I don't know. I mean, you could masturbate probably and they'll have better effect. But the other platforms are going to be YouTube, Odyssey, Rumble, and Twitch. Every now and again, we might be on X. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! We could jump in there with fucking with the technocrat extreme himself, Mr. fucking. What the fuck's the guy's name? Elon Musk. Yeah, he's so irrelevant. I fucking forgot his name. Hey, so let's kick it into the first block. There's only one way. There's only one way to kick this off, okay? There's only one person and one track that I want to hear right now. Joe Murray. Fuck government. I'll see you guys in a bit.
You're listening to Anarchy Radio. Hot shit. Hot shit. Here it comes.
For years, I thought it was a really good analogy to compare government to religion. It's not an analogy. It is a religion. It has a superhuman government that has rights that mortals
that you know your rights and you're willing to die fighting the motherfuckers that try swiping them, striking them with logic, but they can't comprehend it. Full of contradictions that they won't stop defending, lying to themselves and they don't stop pretending. Afraid the truth is quick to get offended, so let's send them message to the sleeper, clinging to their chains, whose ignorance keeps us enslaved. A bunch of clowns that can't picture a world without a ruling class stealing our wealth and forcing us around. They don't trust humans to govern themselves, but yet trust the subset of the same humans to govern everyone else. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? The shit is puzzling. They shovel shit on them and they loving it. Say it with me now. Fuck government. Come on. Fuck government. Fuck government. Say what? Fuck government. Fuck government. Yeah. Fuck government. Fuck the government. Each and every one of them. Fuck government. Come on. Fuck government. Fuck government. Say what? Fuck government. Fuck government. Yeah. Fuck government. Fuck the government. Every single one of them. Yeah. Fuck the motherfucking state and every brainwashed dumbass that supports it. Government is slavery, biatch.
Fuck authority, silent majority, raised by the system. Now it's time to rise against them. Listen to the treason, save your lives. Fuck no, we won't listen. We're gonna all be alive. Domination, new age of the new generation. We're living, we're dying, and we're never gonna stop. Stop trying! Stop trying! Stop trying! Stop trying!
Once an honest man could go from sunrise to its set without encountering agents of the state or government. But a sorry cloud of tyranny has fallen across the land, brought on by the hollow men who did not understand. There were centuries our forefathers have fought enough and died to keep themselves and to themselves, to fight the rising tide. That have been the smallest battles we surrender to the state. We enter in a darkness whence we never shall escape. When they raise their hands up, our lives to process. To know our souls, to drag us down, will resist. What time to let the people in 1381 to meet the king at Smithfield to issue this demand that Winchester should be the only law across the land, the law of old King Alfred's time, of free and honest men. Because the people then they understood what we have since begun, that the government will only work for its own benefit. And I'd rather stand up naked against the elements alone than give the hollow men the right to enter in my home. When they raise their hands up, our lives to possess. To know our souls to drag us down, will resist.
What?
Kenny.
Stand up, sons of liberty, and fight for what you own. Stand up, sons of liberty, and fight for your homes. Stand up, sons of liberty, and fight for what you own. Stand up, sons of liberty, and fight for your homes. Stand up, sons of liberty, and fight for what you want. Stand up, sons of liberty, and fight for your want. Stand up, sons of liberty, and fight for what you want. Stand up, sons of liberty, and fight for your want. So if ever a man should ask you for your business or your name, tell him to go and fuck himself, tell his friends to do the same. Cause a man who traded his liberty for a safe and dreamless sleep doesn't deserve the both of them, and neither shall he keep.
Songs as I write you this letter, days past and days yet to come, and the message of freedom. a message of freedom. I stand at the edge of the pages of history and lessons unlearned. It feels like these pages are remaining unturned, but boys, it's no mystery. Children, I'm sorry to leave you this world in a state of disaster. It was given to me in a similar state, but I woke up so late in the game, now spiraling faster. 'Cause freedom's the answer, so what is the question? Resist the advances of force and aggression, and leave to your children the promise of something more. 'Cause God is my witness, I'll be a slave no more. Boys, listen close, for our souls may depend on the actions we take and the causes we choose to defend. Treat every man as a friend. Live your own lives in their divine processions. Transform your world with your selfless expressions. Reach out your hands, in time we'll understand. Children, one day I'll be gone, and you'll have to remember these words and be strong as you cling to each other, your family, your faith, and your father's son. You know there's hope.
Can you take me a plate? Am I supposed to make? Got you again.
So what is the question? Resist the advances of force and aggression, and leave to your children the promise of something more. 'Cause God is my witness, I'll be asleep no more. The message of freedom endured every tyrant or second-rate despot the world's ever known, and for one simple reason, the people have kept it alive. And with no end in sight to the level of violence that man in high places will seek for the silence, the will of the people, in you it must survive. Freedom's the answer, so what is the question? Resist the advances of force and aggression, and leave to your children the promise of something more. 'Cause God is my witness, I'll be asleep no more. Freedom's the answer, so what is the question? Resist the advances of force and aggression, and leave to your children the promise of something more. As God is my witness, I'll be afraid no more. 'Cause life's so dear, peace so sweet, to be purchased with chains from our necks to our feet. Forbid this, Lord, I know not what is left. Give me liberty, or give me death.
On 10 shouted.
many years here, the siren station be coming for you. I dare you to share with the world exactly what you've done. I dare you to complain and tell me about your conspiracy. Your conspiracy. Complain and tell me about your conspiracy. Your conspiracy. Mesmerizing, you had us under control. Polarizing the lives of the innocent. How does your conscience deal with the mess you made? How would your loved ones feel about the deals you made? I dare you to share with the world exactly what you've done. I dare you to complain and tell me about your conspiracy. Your conspiracy. Complain and tell me about your conspiracy. Your conspiracy. It's complain and tell me about your conspiracy. Your conspiracy. Complain and tell me about your conspiracy. Your conspiracy. Come, you masters of war, you that build all the gods, you that build the death planes, you that build all the bombs, you that hide behind walls, you that hide behind desks. I just want you to know I can see through your mask. You that never done nothing but built to destroy. You play with my world like it's your little toy. You put a gun in his hand and you hide from his eyes, and you turn and run farther when the fast bullets fly. Like Judas of old, you lie and deceive. A world war can be won, you want me to believe, but I see through your eyes, and I see through your brain, like I see through the water that runs down my drain. You fasten all the triggers for the others to fire. Then you sit back and watch when the death count
guitar. You hide in your mansion as young people's blood flows out of their bodies and is buried in the mud. You've thrown the worst fear that can never be heard. Fear to bring children into the world. Lord, threatening my baby, unborn and unnamed. You ain't worth the blood that runs in your veins. How much do I know to talk out of turn? You might say that I'm young, you might say I'm unlearned, but there's one thing I know, though I'm younger than you, that even Jesus would never forgive what you do. Let me ask you one question. Is your money that good? Will it buy you forgiveness? Do you think that it could? And I think you will find when your death takes its toll, all the money you made will never buy back your soul. And I hope that you die, and your death will come soon. I will follow your casket on a pale afternoon, and I'll watch while you're lowered down into your deathbed. And I'll stand over your grave till I'm sure that you're dead.
You're listening to Phoenix, playing the hottest hits to smash the state to.
Yo, DJ!
Are you done mixing yet? Your DJ has only just begun.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We've only just begun. We've barely started to scratch the surface of what the new version of Anarchy Radio really is going to be. That block was a little bit longer than what I wanted it to be, but that's okay. You know, I was trying to track it from YouTube, and the delay is a little bit longer. Yeah. Fucking amateurs, right? But within that block, we had a couple of really great artists. We had Joe Murray with one of my favorites, Fuck Government, and we had Pennywise with one of my other favorites, Fuck Authority. And that was followed up by Frank Turner with Sons of Liberty, and a little bit of Jordan Page with Message of Freedom, trying to kind of slow it down a little bit. Then we had some OTEP with Smash the Control Machine, and followed up by Our Last Night Conspiracy. That one, I love that one. And finishing off that block, we had the beautiful Tatiana Moroz with Masters of War. And I want to give a big shout out to Tatiana. Congratulations on your marriage. It's beautiful. I love the wedding. It was awesome. But we are back, guys. And joining me for the foreseeable rest of the show is the one, the only, the motherfucking Dag. What's up, statist?
What's up, you idiot? By the way, all that music was fucking depressing. I wanted to kill myself.
Wait, say it again. I didn't hear you. There's a fucking there was
in and out. That music was fucking depressing.
Why do you say that?
Because it was. I literally was like, should I kill myself now or later? Do I kill myself during the show, at the beginning of the show, at the end of the show? When do I kill myself?
So, why do you feel that way? What evokes that?
It was just depressing.
What
just
part of it
fucking
was
go
depressing?
back and listen to it. Stop with your fucking nonsense, you lunatic.
No, I want to understand what you fucking government-loving fucks believe in. Like, why do you feel that way?
It was this weird, sad, depressing music. I don't know why I feel that way. Music makes you feel a certain way. You need to ask the question, why would you play music that made me feel depressed? Are you trying to stifle me, you prick?
Well, I mean, definitely yes. I am trying to stifle you and all your fucking government-loving fucking friends. Yes, 100%.
Oh, God.
So if that's what it evokes in statists, that
why
makes
is
so much
why
sense
is
now.
your video gone? What do you got? There you are. Get off your Boost Mobile and get on fucking real internet, you fucking
shit.
Jew.
I'm on 2G. I'm on 2 gig internet, baby. We got the good shit over here, and I ain't even got to pay for it.
I want to tell you, Kenny, it's really good to see you. It's really great to be here. I'm really grateful that you asked me to be on the show, and I want to let the people who follow you know that how much respect I have for you. I was just telling a friend of mine. I said, look, this fucking guy, he's an anarchist. He's out there with his belief systems, but he's not always that far. He's not always that wrong. And you've always been very gracious, and you've always been very kind. And I'm very grateful that we became friends from back in the day at the restaurant. And I got a lot of respect for you, even though we don't agree on a lot of things. But I think we align in the middle very well. So let's dig in, buddy.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I really do. And
you're a fucking good man.
If I could kiss your ass a little bit more as well, just to return the favor.
You're a good guy, man.
There's very few people.
Simple.
Well, there's very few people that are willing to engage. Like people that believe in the state, like there's not a lot of them are willing to fucking go toe to toe and have the conversations and have the conversations in the manner with which we have had them, because neither one of us are pussies that are going to get our panties all in a bunch if we get called a faggot, right? So like whatever, I love you, man. Like you're willing to always engage and you're not afraid to back down. You're not a pussy that's going to be like, oh my God, my feelings are so hurt. You've offended me. Yes. I'm done.
I don't know why your fucking video keeps going away. It really disappoints me because I want to see you. I noticed you're getting very fat. Oh, there you are. Oh, you're getting fat.
I am.
So yeah, you're chubbing up, buddy. You need to fucking lay off the cheeseburgers.
Let me extend that neck a little bit more. No, but the reason my video keeps coming out is because you're on the Boost Mobile, bro. I'm on home internet. Like you're the one with the red bars.
Shoot, no, I got. What are you fucking talking about? I have like the fastest internet in the history of fast internet.
Yeah, anyway. That's why it can't connect to Jitsi. And you got red bars. No, I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it.
So where do you want to go here? So I'm the statist. I'm the guy who loves the government. You're the guy who hates the government. I don't hate this conversation rolling.
Well, first off, we got to start with definitions, right? Definitions are the basis of everything. We can't have a productive conversation if we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. So I don't hate government, right? I do not support the initiation of violence as a means of social control. Basically, that's the basis for everything. It's not that I hate government. Government doesn't even fucking exist. It's an illusion. It's just people. We're all people in buildings, right? That's it. That's the only thing that truly exists in 3D space. So I can't hate something that doesn't exist. I oppose the use of violence as a means of social control. I believe that all human interactions should be voluntary and free of force, fraud, or coercion. And I think that political crusading is next to masturbation. It doesn't really do anything. You can advocate for your preferred political parasite all you want, but at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter what you or me or anybody really wants to vote. Even if you are a millionaire, your choice really doesn't matter either. We live in an oligarchy, which means our vote doesn't matter. So we can the use of that system is a waste of time. The only thing that truly will ever make change is a small group of dedicated individuals who don't quit. And people who believe in have principles and hold to those principles. And those principles have to include personal accountability. Take fucking responsibility for your actions and yourself and your life. That means no welfare, no bullshit like that. Like private welfare, whatever. Okay, you're on a hard time, cool. But we shouldn't be forcing it. That means...
Well, you sound like a fucking conservative.
Don't give me a minute. I'll sound like a liberal. That means so personal accountability. That means respect for property rights. That means you can't take somebody's shit. Don't take their shit. Don't hurt people. It's very simple. If you damage somebody's shit, hey, go back, see the first point and take personal accountability, right? And an understanding of natural law. Like this is a thing it really happens in the world. Like you could see it happening day to day and day in, day out. Natural law is real. It's what guides the entire world. It's the basis of everything. It's the alpha and omega. And I'm not as well versed in natural law as I'd like to be, but nonetheless, that's what hopefully this platform will help me to develop. I'm much better in economics, but yeah. So like that's kind of some of the basis of where I'm at. So tell me why do you love pointing guns at people? and telling them how to live their life.
Well, first of all, I don't love pointing guns at people. I never want to be in that situation, but I do believe that every person, regardless of your political affiliation, has a right to defend themselves in the event that you run into a place or you wind up in a situation where you need to defend yourself. I think that is an unalienable right that you have to do that. I don't believe in pointing guns at people. I am not a fan of police being ill-informed of the law, the Constitution. I do not believe in stop and ID. That's fucking complete and total bullshit. It should never happen. They tried it. They ran that fucking program in New York, and it was a huge, massive failure because it's wrong and it's unconstitutional. However, I think, and this is something I've always appreciated about the things you've said to me. By the way, your video went away, so I can't see you. So hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I believe in a lot of the things that you believe in the same way you believe in a lot of the things that I believe in. But here's where it starts to go sideways for me with the anarchist movement, is that we all believe, as a conservative, as a Trump supporter, that smaller government is much better than bigger government. Government's gotten way out of fucking control. I mean, look what happened at the Fed last week when they introduced, first of all, 2 months ago, they offered a $7 billion offering on bonds, and now they offered another $100 billion. I don't know what the game is there. I don't know what the end game is there. Nobody bought the $7 billion, but how are they going to buy the $100 billion? I don't get it. There's something going on there that's a little fishy. It may be part of Trump's plan to kind of shake things up, and I get it. But I don't believe that government should be in your face all the time. They shouldn't. And that's one of the things I love about Donald Trump. And one of the things I love about the idea, and I do support in the anarchist movement, is small government. And at the very least, when it comes to us personally, no government. I don't need. I drive a semi as a full-time job over the road. I don't need the government telling me when it's time to take a nap. And that's exactly what they do. But if I was a brain surgeon, I could work 120 hours a week and nobody would fucking bitch about it. They'd call me a fucking hero. But as a truck driver, I'm only allowed to drive 70 hours in 8 days. They have a 70-hour, 8-day rule, which, go ahead, you do the math and explain to me how that makes sense. I don't get it. I never will. It's literally stupid. And I'm the guy who delivers everything to the doctors that they need. I'm one of those guys, right? But I can only work 70 hours. The doctors can work 120. So there's this, in government, there's this whole idea, I think, where people get jobs, and then in order for them to continue to justify keeping their jobs, they come up with crazy rules, and then people applaud them. There is in the truck driving industry, there has been literally, I just did this research last week, since 2000. In 2004, they made a change in the transportation industry and said they reduced the hours that a truck driver can drive from 16 to 11 hours a day. There has been no change. In fact, there has been an increase in related deaths to truck drivers. Now, people want to blame truck drivers, but AAA did a study, a 5-year study, and found that 85% of all accidents involving semis were created by people in cars. So this really starts to lean.
You mean it's not safe for me to cut you off and slam on my brakes?
Yeah, it's terribly unsafe for you to do that when I'm fucking 40 tons. It's a terrible idea.
No, you could stop in like 3 seconds.
Stop.
Oh yeah, you could stop like right away. Just hit your brakes. That's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. I hit those air brakes in a delay, and it's like this show where I don't see your picture because there's this delay. It's ridiculous, and the government has gotten involved in every aspect of life and over legislated so much shit because people need something to do. Nobody is willing to sit back and go, okay, we did enough. Now we just need to kind of oversee it and manage it, make sure that the ideological principles we put forward matter, and we're gonna stay on top of them. So this is where I really agree with everything you say, because how you gonna because government doesn't want to let things just sustain and work themselves and be that way. They got to constantly keep adding to their bullshit. I totally agree with you in that department. However, in your anarchist movement,
this is where the violence comes in. This is where he's going to advocate for violence.
I don't want to go to the violence thing yet, you know, because I agree with you too. You shouldn't have to resort to the faction and the idea of violence to keep people in control. I agree with you, but we'll get to that in a minute. When it comes down to, and this is what you guys always preach, is that violence bullshit, because it's really not all about that. It's such a small segment of the behavior and dealing with society. It's not really almost worthy of talking about. It's really not. Even in your movement, in the anarchist movement, I don't think it really carries any weight, because it's rare and it's outside the purview and the reality of how most people live. Most people's lives don't require any kind of extraneous and aggressive behavior to keep people doing what they need to do.
I have to interrupt. I've tried to shut up, but I got to interrupt. How? Because this is a question of definitions. How are you defining government violence?
I'm not defining government violence at all. I'm telling you, look,
because otherwise we're talking at cross paths. Because when I say violence, I mean one thing, and I don't think that you understand what I mean when I say that. And I don't.
Well, why don't you clarify that for me then?
So the basis behind every single legislative act, every law, is violence.
Why can't I see you?
Because your internet sucks. Your bars are red.
My internet is dynamite. I got literally fucking killer internet. Your picture's not coming up. That's not on my end.
Right, exactly. So your bandwidth doesn't give you the...
No, my bandwidth gives me plenty.
Oh,
I get
Christ.
fucking
Okay,
80
Boomer.
gigs of fucking download speed.
That's why your bars are red.
Myself. Look how pretty I am.
Hold on, let me solve this. Producer Rayo, can you please clarify for the gentleman born in 1955? See if
I'm waiting.
So am I.
65.
65. Oh my goodness, 65.
Oh,
you were right.
Oh, I didn't think you were going to hear me, Ken.
Well, he's on the phone. He has very, very high gain. But okay, well, obviously producer Rayo is busy, so he might be taking a crap. He might be selling some guns. Who knows? You know, that's how we anarchists do. Oh, well, he's here in the chat.
You said he sees us both. I don't see you.
Well, he's saying, yeah, exactly. Your bandwidth on your end doesn't have enough data transmission for you to see us.
Bro, I got 75 gigs of fucking upload speed or download speed. What are you're out of your mind.
You may think
upload speed.
Whatever your connection, then something is throttling your connection because your connection to the server at Jitsi.
There, now I see you. And you're fat. You got fat since we met.
I did. I've been eating a lot of burgers.
You need to lay out. Now you went away. See, the camera doesn't like your fat ass. That's what's wrong. That's why it keeps shutting you off, because you're fat.
Producer Rayo, if you could please explain to Grandpa
there
Dad why his internet, why the video is going in and out, because he has red bar.
Look, bro, this ain't my first rodeo. I've been on the fucking air since 1995. I'm not confused about.
So then why don't you understand what your bandwidth limitations are?
We're not talking about bandwidth. Look, let's get back, because now I see you. Let's get back to your you always violence. You always go to this place where you mention violence.
So yes, every single law is backed by the threat or the actual initiation of violence. So whether it's a seatbelt law, whether it's tax law, whether it's the law that you can't pull your fucking mattress cover thingy off, whatever the law is.
Mattress tag, you mean?
Yeah, the mattress tag. Thank you, not the cover. Whatever the law is, its basis is in violence. If you don't do what you're told, you're going to get spanked by daddy government. Now, of course, they add a shit ton of red tape and all of this euphemisms and everything. But at the end of the day, ultimately, every single law is enforced by violence.
Do you know of anybody who was prosecuted for tearing off their mattress tag?
I do not. Thank fucking God.
It's not a real thing. There's actually laws that are on the books that have been on the books since cars were invented. It says you cannot open your fucking car door on the driver's side because traffic's coming by. There's literally laws for that. Actually, in Georgia, there's a law that's still on the books that says you can't blow your fucking boyfriend.
So tell me. Let's walk down this logical path then, okay? You get pulled over for a ticket. They check your logbook. They say, "Oh, you've been driving for 13 hours. What's going to happen?"
I'm going to get a ticket. I'm going to get fined.
And that fine and that ticket, what happens if you don't respond to it? And you just keep driving.
Well, if I don't respond to it, probably at some point, it's never happened to me, but eventually that ticket is automatically points are going to go against the company's MC, which is your federal motor carrier's license. You're going to be on the federal registry. There's points that go against that, and if I don't pay it, I'm going to be connected to that company whose MC I'm running under. And yeah, I would imagine at some point, if I don't pay the fine, there's going to be a warrant issued.
Okay, so there's a warrant. Describe to me what a warrant is.
There's going to be an arrest warrant. I don't think I need to explain that.
We do.
I think all your followers know what an arrest warrant is.
It's not about them understanding it. It's about you and I having a proper and a correct understanding.
I have a clear understanding. That means they will come and arrest you.
Okay, what does that mean?
Go to jail.
They're
not going to beat me up or shoot me.
What does an arrest mean?
They're just going to take me to jail.
What does an arrest mean?
Excuse me?
What does it mean to be arrested?
Well, when the authorities come and tell you you broke the law and you didn't follow through with your with the commitment that was written out for you, that you needed to appear before a judge and explain yourself, then you're arrested. That's how that works.
And then if you refuse to go with them, if these guys with these guns and these badges, they show up and you say, "Yeah, I don't want to go with you," then what's going to happen?
They're just going to still arrest me. They're not going to shoot me, Ken.
So when you don't go with them willingly, what's going to happen?
They're going to be dicks about it and still arrest me.
They're going to use escalating levels of force to ensure your compliance. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that. Absolutely.
Okay. So if they will escalate to deadly force to take you in,
whoa,
do you think
why
that's a
did you
reasonable
go
thing?
immediately to deadly force? That's not.
Do you not think that they will?
works.
Do you not? So if you meet their force with proportional levels of defensive force,
I could punch a cop.
They're not
you know what's going to
to
happen? 5 cops are going to hold me down. They're not going to shoot me. That's ridiculous.
Do you not think that they will respond with escalating levels of force if you refuse to comply?
If you don't comply
right
with what, look, when you get a driver's license, it's literally written in there that you need to comply with the rules of the road. And when you have a federal driver's license, which I have, you got to comply federally, or you don't get the courtesy of having that license.
That's courtesy, because you need their permission, right? There it is. Because you're not a free person. You're a fucking slave.
Stop it. It's a privilege to have a commercial driver's license.
Slaves ask for privilege.
And for me to be able to drive anywhere in this country with fucking 80,000 pounds, that is a privilege. You don't have a fucking right to do it if you're not qualified to do it.
You absolutely do. You absolutely
don't.
Do. It's probably not a good idea.
Like I'm a musician.
And you're probably going to fuck shit up if you're not qualified for it.
Ken, if you're not
but that's
qualified
totally
to play
separate
the
than getting
bass
someone's
in my
permission.
band, if you're not qualified to play the bass guitar in my band as well as I want you to play it, you're not going to be in my band.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna dictate through an edict that some dude in a hat, in a fancy little hat, that had 51% of some other motherfucker's opinion, telling him that he can say this. That puts down this edict. Nobody's gonna use that edict or that process to remove that guy from the band. Okay, you might physically remove him from the studio, which I would argue you have a certain right to do, because you are justifiable to use violence in the defensive force. It must be proportional. It must be in the moment, and it cannot exceed what is needed to remove the violation at that time. But that's not what happens when government makes edicts. Government is going to tell you you're going to do this, and they're going to use escalating levels of violence to ensure your compliance, up to and including deadly force for everything.
Yes. So what?
So there's the violence. You're saying there's no violence. There's violence inherent
in the 90% of interactions with the police, there's no violence.
Because people comply. Because people do what they're told.
99% of all hold on, Kenny. 99% of interactions with the police are parking violations, or speeding violations, or lane misusage. There is such it's such bullshit for anybody in your camp to make the argument of violence a real argument because it's so limited.
It is
Look
not,
at
though.
the data.
It's
Hold
not.
on.
The fact that
Hold
people
on. You
comply
got to
doesn't
be
mean that
fair
there's
here,
not
Kenny.
violence, bro.
You got to be fair
No,
here,
you're
and you
making
got to be
crazy
willing to
statements.
listen. You just can't bark your anarchist bullshit at me. You know
I
that.
can. Maybe I'm
Well,
not
you
acting in
can,
good
but
faith.
it's not. It doesn't hold any. It's not carry. It doesn't hold mustard.
I
So
disagree.
you automatically go to violence. Look, if you in your anarchist movement, which I totally understand how you feel the way, and the folks that you were intertwined with feel, because I don't disagree with a lot of the shit you say. I want no government. I don't want people in my life. I
Yes,
don't
you
want
do.
people telling me what to do. Let me
That's not true.
finish. Let me
You
finish.
just contradicted yourself.
I'm not contradicting myself at all. But here's what I do know is that your theories and your ideologies work well with a couple of hundred people. But once all of a sudden you get like 500, 1,000, 1,000,000 people into your movement, you're going to have issues with people with psychological problems. You're going to have people who have health problems. You're going to have, all of a sudden, you're going to need to create some kind of programs to look after people. You're also going to need to create some kind of ideologies and programs that protect the other people, because there are going to be some people in your group. Let's say you had 10 pillars, okay?
Wait.
Of
Let me clarify
how,
something real
hold
quick.
on, let me finish.
But you're
Let's
tangenting.
say
You've hit 9 points. I
in
can't
your
hit all of them. I can't respond to it.
Let's say in your movement you had 10
that's bad
pillars of
faith.
behavior you expected from the people who participated.
Jesus Christ, what is it? The Communist Manifesto? The 10 planks?
Well, no,
of
I'm
the
just saying.
Communist
I'm saying
Manifesto?
you have to have some guidelines in the way, because really where you guys are at, and this is why the anarchist movement doesn't really get any fucking footing, is because you're on the verge of like David Koresh and Charles Manson minus all the murdering and death.
Well, both of those were CIA assets. Let's be real.
Okay, all right.
Well, clarify something
We're
for me, though.
talking about
Clarify,
it from
wait,
the
clarify.
way
Hold on.
that it's
Let me
by the
clarify
people.
something. Well, perception, fuck them. They're retarded. They're statists.
Perception is reality,
look.
bro.
No, I disagree. So let me clarify something.
Disagree
For
all you want, it's the truth.
So for you, it's a scalability problem. It's just about scale for you, right? Like you can do it. You can have voluntary interactions and mutual agreements with people on a smaller level, but when it gets to more people, then it doesn't work. That's what you're arguing?
Well, I don't know that I'm arguing that. I'm just speaking from a standpoint of reality. Managing 300 people versus 300 million is a very different thing.
So, but
There's
that's the argument that you're making.
341 million people in America. Let's say your movement, the anarchist movement got a lot of traction and people bought into it. You'd have to manage 340 million people as a society.
No, that's the
and
point.
What you would do is you would have to create some
You don't
rules.
understand. See, you don't understand
Rules
what it is
would
you're
eventually become laws, and there would be some kind of repercussions to not following the rules.
No, my friend.
Now,
you're making assumptions.
in regular life, in the way we live it today, they become laws, and laws become enforceable. Rules don't. Ideas are not enforceable. Rules are not enforceable. Laws are the only thing that's enforceable. And unfortunately,
hold on? We gotta
sometimes when
fucking
you're dealing
define
with
these terms,
people,
man.
sometimes when you're dealing with people, because you're dealing with people who are definitely unruly and don't want to follow Ken's rules, don't want to follow Dag's rules, don't want to follow the government's rules, don't want to follow their state, local community, their county or town rules. Yeah, you got to fucking deal with them in a more aggressive manner. That doesn't make the rules wrong or the law wrong. It makes the person wrong. And in your anarchist movement, as it grows, if you grow to 1 million people, you're never going to be able to manage it with a handshake.
I 100% disagree with
It's not even
all
possible.
I 100% disagree with almost all of that. And I think that statement alone shows a fundamental misunderstanding of what anarchists advocate. And maybe that's my fucking fault, because I've known you for a decade, and obviously I haven't been able to explain it to you properly. So fuck, that's on me. I'm sorry for my piss poor fucking communication in describing these values and these principles and the ideas of them. It's very, very simple. We all agree that you should not initiate violence against peaceful people, right? To change how
we
they're
agree
appearing.
on that. You should never initiate violence for no reason.
Now,
never.
Violence is justifiable in a defensive manner, right? It's okay to stop somebody from chopping people up. It's okay to stop somebody from raping a little kid. It is okay to stop somebody from being drunk in a bar, starting a fight. It's okay to do these things. It must be, but there are rules. There are fucking rules. You can't just do whatever the fuck you want. Because if I shoot, and this was a highly contested concept back in like the teens, it's called the paperclip argument or the daffodil argument. If someone steals a paperclip from me, I am justifiable in using force to retrieve my stolen property. That doesn't mean that it's okay for me to just go blow them away. If a 5-year-old girl walking to school, steps on my prized begonias, my prized daffodils, am I justified in shooting the little girl? Of course not. That's fucking ridiculous. You're absolutely justified in defending person, property, and place.
Well, where in the world?
Let me finish.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but where in the world are people shooting kids for stepping on their
It's
flowers?
A thought
That's
experiment,
just not
buddy.
happening.
Jesus Christ, it's a thought experiment to determine what's justifiable levels of violence. Can you understand that?
Well, but here's the problem.
But hold on, let me finish. All
right.
Hey, I let you talk. Be good faith. So, but it is not justifiable to shoot a little girl who stepped on your petunias. Is she responsible for it? Yes. But you must use like rational levels of defensive force. So in that situation, you're gonna say, hey, please don't do this. She does it again. Okay, where's your mom? Okay, you figure out where they're at. You go talk to them, because obviously she's a little kid. She doesn't have the capacity or the moral authority to understand what the fuck she's doing, that she's damaging people's property, the numismatic value of those things. She doesn't have the capacity to understand those things. So you have to go to whoever's taking care of her, right? Talk to them. Say, hey, this is what it is. Can you compensate me? Now, with those people that are in charge of them, sure. The parents have an understanding. So at that point, you can escalate certain levels of coercion to recover your money. Okay, now, is it ever going to be justifiable in that situation to shoot them? I don't think so, because it's just daffodils. There's a numismatic level of value, but there is a responsibility. Now, that means that there's rules and there's laws, or there is laws in, for lack of a better term, in anarchist societies. But we're gonna have to get back to that in a minute here. We're kicking into another little block of music, so hang on to your horses, Dag. We're gonna get back into it. I promise you'll get some more time. But coming up right now, we've got some Elias Clay with Freedom Movement, some Jordan Page, The Ballad of Lavoy Finicum, Metanoia's Inspire, and Flowbots, those fucking commies, with a little bit of stand up. So we'll be right back. This has been an awesome argument and discussion. I love you, Dag.
I love you too, buddy.
You're listening to Phoenix, playing the hottest hits to smash the state to. Yo, DJ!
Are you done mixing yet? Your DJ has only just begun.
My name is Johnny Hurley, and I would definitely say that there's a lot of holes in the official explanation. There's a lot of incongruences there. What does anyone know about the truth? It all comes down to the truth and people's individual pursuit of the truth.
If you have the heart to listen, I'ma share with you a tale, the true story of a warrior and how his love prevailed. For many years he set sail on a quest to seek the truth. He came back with an open mind, an open heart, and proof. And with the fire lit inside of him, he took boots to the ground to reach as many people as he could, to share what he had found. Not afraid to use his voice, he put his wisdom straight to use. He reached his brothers and his sisters, reached the elders and the youth. He spread his messages of love and resiliency in action. Every breath and every step he took was lit up by his passions. From a wellspring everlasting, every day he filled that cup, just to share it with the rest of us. A taste of truth and love. And now we pouring out for him, bringing us together. I feel his spirit on the way, and I tell him, man, Johnny, you a legend, remembered as a hero, didn't hesitate a second. He was at the Army surplus on a Monday afternoon, 2021. Happened on the 21st of June. From the store, Johnny heard shots fired in the air. Straight into the shots' direction, Johnny ran across the square. Took cover behind a wall to get his bearings. Looked around, a couple feet from where he stood. He could see an officer down. He then got view of the shooter, who was coming back around. Before he had a chance to fire again, our Johnny took him down. With only seconds to respond, Johnny on the spot, precise, used his training and discernment to protect innocent lives. He ran across to make sure that he had disengaged the threat. He went to take away his weapons. It was his instinct to protect. An officer already on the scene reacted out of fear. From his point of view, he'd seen the shooter walk into the square, and unaware of all the pieces, he just knew there was a threat. And though he waited all those moments and he hadn't acted yet, also his instinct to protect. But when he finally chose to act, with no warning or command, he shot our Johnny in the back. What happened after also matters, though they tried to sweep away. The force gathered and they realized they had made a grave mistake. You see, this story's about a hero and how his love prevailed through his actions, but the hero didn't live to tell the tale. So now it's up to us to seek the truth and keep his fire alive by asking, what's your passion? Put that into drive. And now we pouring out for him, bringing us together. I feel his spirit on the wing, and I tell him, man, Johnny, you a legend, remembered as a hero, didn't hesitate a second.
We celebrate your life. We celebrate you for your life. We celebrate you. Your memory lives on. Your legacy is strong. And we honor you and promise to continue seeking truth and sovereignty. You know, the cold fact and the irony of this situation right here is that it's the exact type of situation that made Johnny crystal clear that there's a potential here to fear the many things that people don't understand. There's reflections and deceptions, there's conspiracies, and there's a problem with the police state. A problem with people not knowing that power can tend to corrupt. And the light side of the force, of course, enforce a message of love. And that is one love for the people when Johnny put down the man for you. There's patience and organization and so much to do. And there's self-responsibility and there's the pursuance of truth. And there's strength to stand on principle when the hammer could fall. Yeah, there's a weight that's lifted off your shoulders once and for all. And I've run a million what ifs and I've thought of what could have been. I tried to put myself in your shoes, but there's no way that I can. I let the record show that Johnny was a hero and a friend. A stranger's life could depend on this man, literally. So this goes out to the fallen, the yes y'all, and it's only to show that your love lives on. And we celebrate your legacy, you heard me? We know some of the brightest stars that left this earth plane too early. We celebrate the man, the legend, Johnny Hurley.
And now we pouring out for him, bringing us together. I feel his spirit on the wing, and I tell him, man, Johnny, you a legend, remembered as a hero, didn't hesitate a second.
Johnny Verbal!
Yeah!
Yes.
Hey, what's up, guys? Johnny from We Are Change, Colorado. Hey, just want to let you know that even you can make a difference. Don't be fooled by the immensity of the issues that we face today. You are making a difference by standing up and using your voice.
On day one, I will commute the sentence of Ross Oakley to a sentence of time served.
Is there anywhere on earth where a man can still be free? Will he bear the weight alone, or will he have to bend the knee? Is there no one in this land who grows before. It's been told in every age of a gentle soul misplaced inside a cage. Whoa, whoa, free wrongs. Free wrongs. An artist and philosopher, embattled by the steel of a sail designed to force all men to kneel. But he's patient and determined in his endless duel with time, in a sentence unbefitting of his crime. Will you bend your ear to listen? Will you turn your face to see the injustice staring back at you and me? Free wrongs. He stands in the present, looking back, he sees the boy he was is gone. And there's no pretending, living day to day, and death he carries on. Free wrongs. There's a fire inside that burns in you and me, and the truth behind is one will set me free. And the years go by like strangers in a dream, and the reasons why are more than what they seem. I'm awake tonight, and the spirit spoke to me. I can't be blind, said Ross so free runs.
You're listening to Anarchy Radio. Hot shit. Hot shit. Here it comes. You're listening to Phoenix, playing the hottest hits to smash the state to.
Yo, DJ.
Are you done mixing yet? Your DJ has only just.
king, no queen, no dreams, by no means, no clock, no age. No man was ever let out of their pen with no rage, no fire, with no smoke, or no heat, no weed, no prank, from no seed, no locks, no doors, no key was ever made that ain't opened something before. There's no song with no music, with no words, no decision made, no vision with no blur, no friend, no God, no law, no guns, no bullets, no justice at all, no jails, no cops, and no cell, no life, no choice, no heaven or hell. No guns, no bullets, no justice. No facts, no truth, no system that can't be broken down by the youth. There's no religion with no lies. It's so odd, no offering plate to pass on to no God, no white, no black, no race exists that hasn't been chose by the slack. No vote, no hope, and no lights. They want us with no sight, no brain, and no right, no friend, no God, no law, no guns, no bullets, no justice at all, no jails, no cops, and no cell, no life, no choice, no heaven or hell. There's no sense in putting trust in your government. Don't trust your government. There's no sense in putting trust in any government. Don't trust your government. No guns, no bullets, no justice. 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 No. Let's go, justice. No, no fucking justice. No. No justice. Can you let it go? Will you let it go? Till there's no nothing.
It's the fucking worst song I've ever heard in my life.
Till there's no nothing. Can you let it go? Will you let
Turn
it
that
go?
shit off.
Till there's no nothing. Can you let it go? Will you let it go? Till there's no nothing.
My fucking God, that was fucking painful. What do you guys, will you stop with all this fucking nonsense?
Your DJ has only just begun.
I've only just begun, Dag. I've only just begun. I will not stop. Not
You guys
now,
are like
not ever.
B96 DJs. Knock the bullshit off and get to the fucking point. That was
Blow
the worst fucking
me.
song I
This
ever
is
heard in my
motherfucking
life.
show. You're just a hater. Sorry, it's not fucking sucking
just some
drumstick.
fucking black guy screaming about how he hates the world. Fucking
It's
terrible.
black, you fucking ignorant bigot.
What? Oh, okay. Well, he's just a fucking stupid white guy then.
Okay, there we go. That's better. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. They're wrong, but you're entitled to them.
Yeah, I'm always wrong.
Yeah,
I'm one of the
You're
smartest
the Dag.
motherfuckers you ever met.
Shit. Oh my God. You can't even define violence, bro. What are you talking about?
Oh, stop with this fucking nonsense with the violence. That's all you fucking have to hang your hat on is we can't enforce laws without violence. Fuck yeah, you can. You fucking you screw up.
Hey, hold on.
You
a second.
got
Tell me, hold on. Let's get back into this, okay? But before we do, I want to kind of recap that. Big shout out, Johnny Hurley. Fucking mad love. Do you know his story at all?
Who?
Johnny Hurley. You have any clue? You should really look that up. He's a fucking hero. After that, we had a little bit of Free Ross. It was supposed to go into some fucking Flowbots and Metanoia, but apparently those motherfucking songs don't work on my shit. So I got to fix some shit on my end. Then we had a little bit of Rebel Inc. with no song, which Dag apparently hates, and he thinks is a black guy too. It's a fucking moron.
Well, that was the fucking worst piece of fucking supposed music I've ever heard in my life. That was
all
terrible.
your haters on Fedbook.
I've been a songwriter my whole life. That was fucking garbage. Absolute hands down garbage.
You're such a hater. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm a hater. I'm just not a fool.
Yeah, I disagree.
Yeah,
with that.
that's like telling me a steak is a pancake. Fuck you. That fucking song is terrible.
Well, hey, let's get to something that we do agree about.
Okay.
Fuck. I don't know. Because
you think the government should do everything. So who knows? Fucking
no, I don't think that. I hate when you see this is the bullshit that you fucking assholes spew. I don't believe the government does everything. I don't believe the government does everything right, and I don't believe they should be in your business. No, I don't believe any of that.
So what do you think
You're
is
a
something that
liar.
the government should do?
The government as a whole, when you have 341 million people, there has to be some kind of system that manages how everything gets done. Because you're not going to pay fucking interstates from fucking New York to fucking Seattle. So you're not going to do that. You're not, and that needs to happen in order to get food.
What makes you think that people wouldn't voluntarily pay for
interrupt
stuff?
me, Ken. I hate when you
make fucking crazy ass claims.
It's not a crazy ass claim.
Yeah, it is.
Interstate 90 is the longest interstate in the entire country, and it goes from fucking goddamn New York all the fucking way to fucking Seattle. And that's how food and all supplies get there. They don't just fucking show up. They're not dropped from drones. That all the supplies and everything everybody needs. There needs to be some kind of management that makes those things happen for people.
Why do you think that there has to be that management? Why do you think that? Why do you think that the government, this organization that fucks everything up,
this is where
they can't
you get
fucking
stupid.
pull their
This
ass
isn't
out of their
about
fucking
government.
head?
It's about the government.
What I'm saying is, you think that I'm advocating against all of these programs and services? No, I'm not.
Well, how is your little anarchist movement? Let's take the federal government out of the mix and just make Ken shut up and listen.
No.
You can't just run your fucking mouth and be right. Just shut the fuck up and listen to me.
You can.
So let's take the federal government out of this mix. Now you got 341 million people to manage. How are you going to do it? How are you going to get supplies?
Why do you have to manage them? Why do you think they can't manage themselves? You asked me a question.
How are you going to manage getting all the needs
question
taken care of?
and expect me to remember.
Again, you won't shut up. You're a fucking idiot. Shut the fuck up and let me finish my statement. How
Not
are
when you ask me a question.
I'm not done talking.
Well, then don't ask.
How are you going to make sure the needs of 341 million people are met with no government? How?
I don't have to. That's not my responsibility.
Oh, no, you just fucking run your mouth and do a fucking show talking about how government sucks.
Right, so this is the thing that so many states, they believe that every anarchist should solve all fucking problems.
I'm not a statist.
You are.
I'm a fucking American who
That's a statist.
People in my world have needs and they need to get solved, and they're not going to get solved by fucking guys. By guys like you and me. They're going to get solved by creating committees, so to speak, that help make sure that things that need to get done to serve the masses happen.
Can I go now?
Sure. Now, go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead and tell me how you're going to serve the masses.
Did you have a question in there?
I just asked it.
Well, reiterate it because we were talking over each other. So
okay. Well, let's use a town like Yorkville.
You can't just
20,000, 25,000 people in. How are you going to manage it? How are you going to manage all the needs of 25,000 people? Tell me. Go ahead. Tell me how your anarchist movement complaining and whining about violence is going to fucking serve the needs of 25,000 people.
Is this group of 25,000
How are you going to manage?
Do you want me to answer it?
Yes, managing yes.
Is this
again? I want to be very clear for your viewers.
I guess we're just doing
how
it
are you
right
going to manage the needs of 25,000 people in an anarchist movement? How?
So, are these 25,000 people? Are they adults or are they all children? Like, are they fucking capable individuals?
Oh, you want me to define that? Well,
no, I'm asking. These
25,000
people.
Hold on. You
are they
just
made
asked
up
me a question. You want me to fucking answer it, asshole,
adults?
or do you want to fucking keep talking over
I'm
me?
clarifying my question so you know what to answer.
I'm trying to answer your question. The average home has 2.1 family members beyond the father and daughter, or father and wife, right? That's the minimum needed to maintain a cultural structure. Number one. So let's assume of that 25,000 people.
No, I don't agree to those numbers.
Okay, but that's the reality. You don't have to agree to them.
No, I'm not going to. No, we do have to agree. Otherwise, we're not having a productive conversation.
Question about 25,000 people.
I asked you a very simple question, and you're trying to overcomplicate.
Let's assume of that 25,000 people, 10,000 for the sake of argument, 10,000 of those people are adults. How are you going to manage the infrastructure?
Holy fucking Christ.
How are you going to manage the infrastructure for 10,000 people, Ken?
Question. Are those fucking competent adults?
Jesus fucking Christ. This is where it gets stupid with you.
Are they competent adults? We're
Let's
called a
assume
fucking
they
trail
are.
of logic,
How are
bro.
you
If
going
you can't
to
follow the
manage
trail of logic, that's your problem,
Let's
not
assume
mine.
they are.
Okay, so
You're all
say.
full of. This is what's wrong with your
Okay,
movement.
I agree with
You're
that.
fucking illogical.
Let's
It's
holy
ridiculous.
shit. No, bro, you have no idea what logic is. I love you, but you don't. So if we assume that these are fucking competent adults, then they should have the ability to manage their own lives, right? I mean, do you need somebody telling you where you need to go to pick up?
Not their lives. That's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
Infrastructure
this is what I'm talking about. Let's get
need to
clarity.
move around.
Okay, so you're talking
to
about
move
infrastructure.
around freely within a society. Who is going to manage that infrastructure? Don't give me this bullshit. You're a fucking idiot.
Because you didn't say that before.
This bullshit about
this is why
competence.
definitions
You're
matter.
just creating an
this
argument where there isn't one.
You just changed
You're
the whole
creating a fucking
question.
argument where there isn't one.
You changed the question. Or do you not
No,
understand how you did?
I asked you a very
exactly. You don't even understand how you did.
Question.
You said,
how will you manage
you
the infrastructure?
questions.
How will you manage the infrastructure to support 10,000 people under your idea, under your ideology?
Understand that you didn't say infrastructure the first time you asked the question. Can
yes,
you at least acknowledge
did.
That?
I said it very clearly.
No, you didn't. Otherwise, it would have been addressing that.
How will you manage?
Well, can you just acknowledge that you didn't say that the first time?
How will you manage the sufficiency? What words do you want me to use, Ken?
Engaging in good faith.
You're trying to play this fucking word.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to have
You're not
clarity.
going to win it. You're not winning it. You're losing. You're losing. You're losing.
Answer the question that I asked.
What's the question, Ken? I asked you a question first, and you hit me back with a question.
So can you acknowledge that you fucking changed the parameters of what your question was? You didn't say infrastructure.
I did not change the parameters of my question.
So you're going to stick to the fact that you're going to stay with that you said infrastructure the first time. So now we're just arguing dumbass
How will your fucking societal ideology manage the taking care of the needs of an infrastructure of 25,000 people? Then you went to, are they able-bodied? How many are your kids?
You said 10,000. Do you understand that the words you just use are different?
How
you said
will
taking
you
care of the needs and then infrastructure. You have to be explicit with the words.
Because it's bullshit.
Because you're changing the fucking question, you fucking geriatric statist motherfucker. You're changing the question.
How will you manage 10,000 people? Let's say they're all able-bodied, perfectly healthy, mentally and everything.
Do you want me to tell you how I'm going to manage 10,000 people? Or do you want me to tell you how I'm going to manage the infrastructure? Because those are two different fucking questions.
No, they're not. Because the infrastructure is what gets people moving around.
Do you not understand?
And the people need that.
Understand it. You don't understand it. You don't even understand that you're asking two different questions.
I'm not the only person in this room. And this other person heard me ask the fucking question. I was very clear. And my point that I was trying to make was very clear. You can argue semantics with verbology, but you can't argue the point.
Well, it matters. Those words that you use matter.
It doesn't
The words
matter.
you use matter.
How will you manage? How? I'm going to ask this again.
Exactly.
This is like the
now, would you
time.
shut the fuck up and let me answer your question
about
how am I going to manage 10,000 people?
Able-bodied adults. How will you manage them in any societal form? As an anarchist, how will you make sure that they can move around freely, the roads are taken care of, the gas stations are open, the groceries? How will you manage that as an anarchist? How?
So what makes you think that has to be managed, first off?
Jesus fucking Christ. You're just going to answer every question with a question?
Do you want me to do you want to have a conversation? Do you want to understand?
How does it need to be managed? Are you fucking stupid?
Why do you think that it needs to be managed? Do you not
because roads don't build themselves?
I agree. I fucking agree. I absolutely. Hey, we agree on something. Roads don't build themselves. You're damn right. And neither does fucking government. Government don't fucking build roads either, motherfucker.
Stop mentioning
private companies
government.
do.
Jesus fucking Christ. You're just fucking whining. You sound like a crybaby.
Holy shit.
Roads don't build themselves.
You have no idea how to have a conversation. That's what it is.
This isn't a conversation at this point because you're just playing semantics with me.
You want to know how I think that I'm going to personally manage a group of 10,000 people.
I did not say you personally. See what I mean? You play. It's a word salad game with you fucking idiot.
Let's get clarity. Then say what you mean and mean what you say.
I meant it and I said what I meant.
No, you didn't.
If you are societally...
You said, how are you going to do this?
Jesus fucking Christ. Can you shut the fuck up?
So do you mean
if you are going to create
So are you asking me how am I personally going to structure and manage?
No,
the
asshole,
society,
that's
or
not
are
what
you?
I said.
Let me finish
and you
fucking
know
asking for
that's
clarity.
not what I meant.
No, I
You're
don't
being
know
a
that.
dick.
You're assuming that
being
I'm going
a
to make
fucking
assumptions
dick.
about your
Fuck
your
you, Ken.
inferences.
You're being a fucking dick.
I am so not being a dick.
I did not put this on you personally. Don't be a fucking idiot.
Okay, so
you're
then what you're
smarter
asking,
than this.
so then let
You're
me get
playing,
clarity.
You're
Let
playing
me
games,
repeat
bro.
what you're saying so that I get
You're
clarity.
playing games.
So
You're playing games.
So if I'm
Your
understanding
fucking
you,
movement is
fuck you, I'm
bullshit
not
because
playing
you
games.
guys play this game.
Far from playing games. You just can't you can't walk down the trail of logic. Let
Are
me
you
repeat
fucking
what I
kidding me?
understand you now. Let me let me tell you.
You're a fucking
it's called
idiot. I can't do this. You're too stupid for me to talk.
Yes, you can. Shut up. Oh, you pussy. What a pussy. Look at that. No surprises. Such is life. Statist is as statist does. But it was fun while it lasted. So what I was hoping that he would try to explain for me is that what he meant was that how are the ideals and the values and the concepts that anarchists put forth, how is that going to help society be structured? And the problem is that he has a fucking basic flawed understanding of what the structure needs and what's going to fucking build that structure. It's not government that builds the structure, it keeps it running now. It's private industry and private individuals that have a fucking financial incentive to make sure that shit happens. That's what makes society organized. It's not the violence of government. The violence of government just fucks everything up and makes everything even more difficult. But, you know, statists don't like hearing that. So couldn't really get to that part. But anyways, we've got another music block coming up for you. We got about a half hour left in the show. Coming up next is going to be some crypto music. We got some Chris Record, a little bit of Backwards Be Great, and maybe some Zhuang Tong. I think that's how his fucking name is pronounced, but we'll find out. Check it out, guys.
You're listening to Anarchy Radio. Hot shit. Here it comes.
And I've got to be honest there, it is hard not to watch that and deep down want to be in the hodl gang, hodl gang, hodl gang, hodl gang. Hodl, based on a misspelling of hold. This is a foundational principle. Don't sell when prices drop, instead hodl.
Bitcoin, brother, check it out, it's on discount. Market's down, time to open up a new account. Buy low, then hold, that's what I'm about. Crypto, baby, I'm talking about that new clout. Quick trades getting placed on the Coinbase. Needless to say, I'm in it for the long game. Straight laced, but them haters wanna throw shade. Let them hate while we floss on the blockchain. So dash, then I picked up Monero. No cash, just crypto dinero. All coins, baby, you gotta be careful. Buy low, then let's hope it goes airborne. To the moon, dog, that's where it could be. Don't quit, don't pull out too early. But if you do, though, double down for Mo. Go big, dog, back to my crypto.
You might miss out when the coin moons or rockets up in value, meaning you'll get wrecked or lose money.
Back to my crypto.
And if you are thinking that these terms belong in a rap video, some crypto traders agree.
Throw your hands in the air, man. You did it down with the crypto. Oh no, could it be? I just got the scoop on an altcoin juicy. Swooped it up, got it cracking on the DL. Crypto tips, keep checking on my email. A couple quick flips, bringing in the big rips. Real quick, now it's time to hit the dealership. Oh yeah, I jumped in the Lambo. Going ham, call me Crypto Commando. I'm on a mission like Rambo. Keys in my wallet, stacking digital cash flow. We got coins and them haters got FOMO. Always blowing up my feed, but they don't know. They buy high, then sell when it gets low. I think it's time that we teach them how to hodl. First off, man, you gotta learn new slang. Silk Road set the path for the blockchain. Next came ICOs, they were hot, man. And true players run deep in the hodl gang. Get in the game, dog. Blockfolio, track coins, track trades like a real pro. Buy low, start slow, now you're on a roll. Time to go back to my crypto.
We can't sit here and assume that because America is today the leader, that it will always get to be the leader if we don't innovate.
Back to my crypto.
And innovation means doing new things, and that does mean that new things have risks, and we need to address the risks, and we need to be careful in doing
Back to my
that.
crypto.
Crypto. Back to my crypto. Crypto. Back to my crypto.
We're now standing on the precipice of a global revolution of economics, politics, and government. Welcome to the blockchain.
Power corrupts, money is power. The power to control the money is one that is now in the hands of those who pretend we can function without them. So how can we do something about it? Working hard to get a raise, lifting that wage up. Inflation takes it like a hidden taxation. Manipulated interest rates to give the banks a way to create money with the loans that they're giving out daily. That means our money is dead and we gotta pay back more than 100%. No wonder then why the middle class is going under, where the ones above them gotta cover and come to collect. And many have no access to banking, making payments or savings, so more fees are taken. And every day the gatekeepers are trying to stop change. We cannot wait. Welcome to the blockchain.
Things are about to change. Open up the gate. Systems get replaced. Bitcoin, decentralize the trust. Security, transparency. The network's run by us.
Bitcoin is a decentralized ledger, and the currency is its first enterprise ever. Secured by the worldwide incentivized network, can't be stolen or controlled by any size effort. You can send it anywhere and instantly. No one can intervene, no third party in between. There's no counterfeiting, algorithms control the outer limit to how many coins can get released. Programmable money, no government can seize it. Payments can be customized by sender and receiver. Contracts written, cementing your agreements. Returns that can't be met once you consent that it completes it. Autonomous businesses are possible where profit is distributed amongst those adopting it. Paradigm shift, we must adjust to the ending. With the blockchain, Bitcoin is just the beginning.
Welcome to the blockchain. Things are about to change. Open up the gate. Systems get replaced. Bitcoin, decentralize the trust. Security, transparency. The network's run by us. Bitcoin.
Now that we got control, we're not gonna let it go. My people all around the globe, we gotta keep building. Now that we got control, we're not gonna let it go. My people all around the globe, we gotta keep building.
Welcome to the blockchain. Things are about to change. Open up the gates. Systems get replaced. Bitcoin, decentralize the trust. Security, transparency. The network's run by us. Bitcoin.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world. No, the universe. You're listening to Anarchy Radio.
know rappers like to rock chains. I rock block chains, knock 'em out the box, out my box, man. Key ring full of water data. I gotta pray that my ASIC incinerators blow the mind like a creeper one time. And my circus divine, a fine way to keep the power bill in check. My equipment is starting to sweat from the heat. Crypto anarchy becoming a threat. Music is swimming. So you fools can step it and get to choosing your weapon, because the definite roar of indefinite war is epic. I found a new way to debit the people. I generate an address and I generate a sequel. I get medieval when I'm taking payments, cause I don't want the NSA all stuck up in my anus. Yeah, and I'm a Bitcoin baron, I'm staring the status quo. Got that crypto going at that foul upload. And the algorithm gon' get him until prison sentence or to prison. And that's a nerdy living. I'm a Bitcoin baron, I'm staring the status quo. Got that crypto going at that foul upload. And the algorithm gon' get him until prison sentence or to prison. And that's a nerdy living. You know rappers like to sell drugs, but you do it on the streets and you did it in Google Buzz or Google Plus. There's a road made of silk if you must. Get your hustle out of chemical rush, avoiding the brush with the law. Can stop them all cause they got it anonymous. The ones that play it stupid, they get thrown in the bottomless pit. Don't even know how to cut up them layers of the onion. So let the players play pumpkin, hash function, pumping and dumping. Manipulate the market, flooded from the darknet, flooded from the deep web, keep it a secret. Every exchange got the nerdy brains trading on the frequent. Wonder where the lead went. They left the cement looking for the promised land, all not beaming. Up Scotty, this the future decentralized swag. Keep the work in your laptop bag. I'm a Bitcoin baron, I'm staring the status quo. Got that crypto going at that foul upload. And the algorithm gon' get him until prison sentence or to prison. And that's a nerdy living. I'm a Bitcoin baron, I'm staring the status quo. Got that crypto going at that foul upload. And the algorithm gon' get him until prison sentence or to prison. And that's a nerdy living. You know rappers can't pay bills. Face the tax implications of evasion when they stack meals. Got a homie field deuce one, taught me the solution. Dumping all this knowledge from the booth, son. Anyone can learn it if you put in the work and research on how to line it just a fraction of your worth in the dirt. Like Jesus said, keep your funds under verse, cause there ain't no telling when that bubble go in the verse. You know rappers say they about the future, but you ain't Marty McFly till you buy kombucha from a supermarket with the Bitcoins. Do you get your Charlie Sheen greens off computer screens from the Philippines? Cry them leaves, knocked up Louis V's. Try to freeze my assets, long on is the cash in the mattress. Now it's all tied up in hashes, wrapped up in encrypted badges. I'm a Bitcoin baron, I'm staring the status quo. Got that crypto going at that foul upload. And the algorithm gon' get him until prison sentence or to prison. And that's a nerdy living. I'm a Bitcoin baron, I'm staring the status quo. Got that crypto going at that foul upload. And the algorithm gon' get him until prison sentence or to prison. And that's a nerdy living.
We log on together on my favorite side. How could you let this happen? How could you not see the signs? Could have lasted forever. Now the feds got your side. How could you not see this coming? How could you not see the light? When I can't sleep at night, cause my screen glows so bright. I just wanna buy all these drugs on your side. 2 people dead, was that you, Mr. Dread? Now Silk Road's just been shut down. Although we go to the end of Silk Road, now I've no place to go. It's so natural to supply to me. I long to you, although we go to the end of Silk Road. Now I've no place to go. It's so natural to supply to me. I long to you. Dread, I know you really wanted this. They just don't realize you had a pretty good run for only
first time. Maybe we'll learn together. Maybe another try. Why were you in San Fran first off? Why were you? Why pirate? Why? So the man strikes again, but you know this, I'm sure. Maybe next time you won't be on our shores. Two people dead, what's that you missed a dread? Now Silk Road's just been shut down. No more blood. I love to you, although we come to the end of Silk Road. More weed. Now I've no place to go. It's all natural. No, not to me. I love to you.
You want to try me tonight, young boy? You want to go to jail for some fucking reason I come up with? You want to see who knows the law better, me or you?
If you got a problem with how I live, if I haven't met your quota with the fucks I give, I guess you got a problem with me. But can't you see we got a common enemy who only stands to profit when we disagree, who hates it when you try to live free? So eat the veg you want to eat. Drink your beer out on the street. Respect your fellow man. Authority be damned. A victim is strike free is outside your door. They'll come after me and they'll come back for more. This system depends on your obedience. They'll kidnap you at your expense. So look around and tell me who's a criminal. Now shut your mouth and get the fuck up against the wall. You're guilty till you prove you can pay. They'll tell you murder is a felony, then do it round the whole world with impunity. Behind that badge is just a man who needs to stop and think about the imputed hypocrisy. It's never too late to live free. Respect your fellow man, authority be damned. A victim that strikes free is outside your door. They'll come after me and they'll come back for more. The system depends on your obedience. They'll kidnap you at your expense. Smoke what you want, your life is all your own. Who has the right, a claim on your life that's higher than your own? Sell what you want, smoke what you want, your life is all your own. Who has the right, a claim on your life that's higher than your own?
So look around and tell me who's the criminal. You're listening to Phoenix, playing the hottest hits to smash the state to. Yo, DJ.
Light of sun in the sky sends the message. Be fearless and pray.
No more times, my friend. I could see the storm clouds gathering. Tried to close your eyes to the ignorance and lies, but it still feels like a heavy load. Greed and fear are the seeds that appear to have taken root through our garden right here. These sights and sounds were dragging me down, so I went out upon the road.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station.
Went to Sri Lanka, to Pettit down to India, and up on a hill in Rishikesh, I came across a holy man with shining out and looked the smiling, grinning to see what he said. Nothing so tall we can't climb over. There's nothing so wide we cannot cross. No. The time has come to raise your voices. The light burns bright as when all hope seems lost. Fearless in play. Fearless in play now. You know we never seem to have it all together. Still I know when it's all together we could have it all, yeah. Fearless in play, yeah. Fearless in play, my friend. You can live for tomorrow and still live here in today. Be fearless. I would play when I was a child. I swore that I would never forget. When I would play when I was a child, I swore that I would never forget. I will never forget. No, I will never forget. No, see, I will never forget. No, I will never forget. No. I went across the ocean out to Thailand and Cambodia, up to Kathmandu, Sri Lanka, through to Tibet and down to India. And up on a hill in Rishikesh, I came across a holy man with shining eyes and looked the smiling, grinning to see what he said. Nothing so tall we can't climb over. There's nothing so wide we cannot cross. No. The time has come to raise your voices. The light burns bright as when hope seems lost in the dream. Make your memory you had as a child. Oh, wow, let me hear you scream. Fearless in play. Fearless in play now. You know we never seem to have it all together. Still I know when it's all together we could have it all, yeah. Fearless in play, yeah. Fearless in play, my friend. You can live for tomorrow and still live here in today. Be fearless and play, yeah. Be fearless and play. This is one thing no one could ever take away. As I follow your tracks, I want to stand back. Cause drive fully comes to a slave. Won't forget that it's a wake up. That right in a stack. Keep that in your rack. Break it open, it's not enough. Cause make the network is dead. That's what you want, cause you know me to wait for. Shut up, kill me, I'm gonna run.
Yes, I'm everybody that's around you. You're not working that rich. Real life is not fair. You're not working. If you spend as much time working on your plan, you'll dance right and well. You ain't never time to work, try to break word about everybody else. Let me talk to him. Why you wanna fly so blind? Why the hell you on the sideline? When it comes to my mind, it's something we made. The girl we made is one side. Stay in the middle. Burn your energy through every toe. Well, I'll say that you ain't Joe. Right, man, you listen like you had a daddy, I'm a big brain. With a background, it's on your brain. You can't stop it, it's on big brain. You ain't got to believe what I say. When you're meant up, it's on big brain. Best bet to get out of my brain. Turn your bitch and I can't be fine. You can't stop it, it's on big brain. Maybe you knew me back when I was flag waving and gang banging from yours to my hood, driving my mama up a wall like it was all good. If it was fighting involved, didn't hesitate to fall through it. Maybe you knew me as Watchy Ripper when me and Jay Dunn would beef on you just a little, but we knew we had to fiddle with. We were not happy innocents, had the upper hand because we were literate. Yet idiots would step up and get they dumb butts bodied on microphones. I earned my stripes because I was nice, was hype when I was writing on the pad. But if I had to fight, then I could get my biking on. I supply the cake and Jay Dunn would slap the icing on. I just so happened to be rapping since the age of 10, like a God-given talent, probably back to praising him. Can't pretend I'm new to this stuff, because I've been doing this, bro. Don't be a fool, get ripped up. Cruising for bruises, mister. Wait, maybe you knew me back when I was grooving. Me and the Gear Squad put on for the Dallas Boogie. And I had cameo after cameo, the biggest one being that teach me how to Dougie video. Maybe you knew me from college when I was running those track meets, and I was actually a decent enough athlete to break a couple school records. I'm proud of that joint. I came a long way from gang banging up to that point. Maybe you know me from my YouTube and all those vocal covers and music ventures I used to. Or maybe you know me talking politics, talking ANCAP, libertarianism, all of it. But last, maybe you know me from my old band. Not Leviathan, the guys I left fire from, not acting like the higher form to hold the punch I had to be. But now I'm in position to answer what you've been asking me. We parted ways because I didn't think we had foundation laid. They wanted to tour just to do it, which was stupid. So I was not about that, and I wouldn't allow that, because I happened to grow up broken. I was going back to that, and that's the fact we left on good terms. Yeah, the tank I was really learned for the words that took a turn, because the blues tried to replace me with some dude that would favor me. I hate to be that guy with these lame babies that play with me, and they ain't even try to hide it. You and I knew the first song they tried to drop was a song that I wrote. I recorded before I left, and that was just a sin to me. They got some whack cat to try as hard as just to mimic me. Copy appearance to the mannerism. Still let them make it till I heard these weaknesses and sneak this, and got a lot of balls in it, but I don't have no part of it. Face the fact, it's the opposite of what an artist is. You are factory made, and you gotta go to the grave with that, bro. Outside and act though, originality is what you lack. So tell your kids that all your careers based on a piggyback though. Are we mad because they got signed and backwards? This shit a fool, you must be an idiot, oblivious. Don't make a fool out yourself, because you're not real. Over the past year, we done passed like 5 deals, and now we in a situation that is helping me. We on our own publishing, and this is still a self-release. And backwards is a brand, which was hard to get. We done signed a deal, we was looking for a partnership. Now we got a team, and it's our business. I say if you with it, then you with it. The number of viewers can be at 20 million or a lot less, but we sell our soul in the process. I take this. I done said what I had to say, so let's get back to being great.
You can find your way
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world. No, the universe. You're listening to Anarchy Radio.
Damn right. We break geriatrics' hearts, man. It just happens. It just happens. I'm sorry, bro. I love you. I fucking love you, man. But you're a fucking statist. Hey guys, we've got a couple more minutes left of the show. Hopefully Dag will come back on one more time. I don't know. He seems kind of mad. He's peed off at me. So I don't know. All that shit about, oh, we don't get our feelings hurt. We could discuss shit. Maybe that was just bullshit. Who knows? I don't know. I think he's the hell that started that. He'll be back on again. He just didn't like it. I don't know. I'll talk to him. But guys, before we go, I want to tell you guys about Vonu Fest 6. All right, this is the premier gathering of self-liberation, and it's happening pretty soon at the Veritas Node in the Free Republic of PAZNIA from September 22nd until the 29th. You can join free pioneers in exploring many solutions such as homesteading, breakthrough energy, real health and wellness, and much more. If you're a vetted self-liberator, you're encouraged to attend. But if you're not, because this is not open to the public, bitches, you got to get some bona fides. Then reach out to coordinator@PAZNIA.com. Send an email over there, and you can get vetted through that and jump through our little group hoops and get on the inside, get on the inner concentric circles of trust, right?